Hi dear students, today we are discussing another theory area, that is importance or advantages of adequate working capital. We know adequate working capital is required in every business, otherwise it will lead to illiquidity problems. So adequate working capital is to be maintained. What are the importance or advantages of adequate working capital requirements? The first one is solvency of business. If there is adequate working capital, there will be short-term solvency for the business. The firm will be able to meet all the short-term requirements. Second one, goodwill. If there is a liquidity problem, it will lose our goodwill. For example, in a bank, when a customer comes with a check and the manager says that there is no cash available now, it will affect the creditworthiness of the bank. So whenever a bank operates, they have to keep the minimum liquid cash. Otherwise, it will affect our affect our goodwill. So goodwill is another advantage. Then third one is easy loans. If a firm is always liquid and it is able to make payment of all the creditors, or it is able to repay loans effectively, then the banker will be very much satisfied in providing more and more loans to the company. So it will help the company to get easy loans. Okay, another advantage is cash discount. Cash discount, we know it is the discount allowed to our debtors for easy payment. Likewise, when we make payment, prompt payment of our amount to our suppliers, they will give us discount. Okay, if we have liquid cash, such kind of discounts can be availed from our suppliers. Then regular supply of raw materials. If there is adequate working capital, it can purchase raw materials regularly. Then regular payment of salary and wages. The remuneration to the workers are to be paid regularly. It can be ensured by maintaining adequate working capital. Then exploitation of favorable market conditions. There may be fluctuations, or there may be price hike or low, or there may be availability of advantage of bulk purchase, etc. All this can be enjoyed effectively if the firm has adequate or liquid fund. The next one, ability to face crisis. Okay, if there is a liquidity or liquid cash or liquid fund available with the company, it will be able to face any crisis. And last one is quick and regular return on investment. Okay, on their investment they can get adequate return, quick return and regular return. Now we are discussing another small topic, that is disadvantages of redundant working capital or excess working capital. If a firm is keeping more or excess working capital, what are the problems? The first problem is idle fund. If there is excessive fund, it will lay with the company as idle. It will be kept idle, that is unproductive fund. And second one, unnecessary purchasing. If there is excess fund available with the company, it will prompt the company to purchase excessively. So unnecessary purchasing will be there. And third one, exclusive debtors and defective credit policy. There may be excessive debtors, more debtors will be there, and the credit policy of the firm will be defective because it is having more fund. Then it will give more credit to the debtors. It may lead to more increased bad debt. Okay, then it will affect the efficiency of the company. The overall inefficiency will be there, because firstly there will be inefficiency in the fund management, and it will lead to more and more loss to the company. It will lead to more and more debtors and bad debt. And the next one, relationship with the banks and financial institutions are not maintained. For example, if you are having more fund, then we will not approach the bank. So we will not get the advantage of using bankers or leverage or debt facility. Okay, the next one, value of shares may fall because it will affect the overall profitability of the company. So the share value may fall and increase in speculative transactions. If we have more fund with us, we will engage in more and more speculative activities. Okay, the next one, we are discussing a small topic, that is disadvantages or dangers of inadequate working capital. If we are not maintaining adequate working capital, what are the problems we will face? First one, it will not be able to pay short-term liabilities because there may be liquidity problem. If you are not maintaining adequate fund, it will not be able to make payment of short-term liabilities. Then not able to buy in bulk, that is the advantages of large scale purchase will not be available. Then it is not able to exploit favorable market conditions. The next, it is not able to pay day-to-day expenses. If you are not having adequate fund, all this will be the results. Then resources cannot be used or utilized effectively. The rate of return on the investment of the company will fall down. Okay, then next we are discussing another small topic, that is the factors to be considered while estimating working capital. What are the important factors to be considered? It is not the factors influencing, but factors to be considered. We have already discussed it an important topic, that is factors influencing working capital requirements. Here this is the small topic, that is what are the factors to be considered at the time of estimating working capital requirements. Okay, then first one, average credit allowed to customers. This is one factor to be considered. Cash required for day-to-day operations are to be estimated. Then cash required to make advance payments are to be estimated. Then we have to consider the expected to be allowed expected credits allowed by suppliers are to be considered. Then the time lag in the payment of wages and other expenses are to be considered, and the average amount of advance received or may be received are to be considered. These are the factors to be considered at the time of estimating working capital requirements. Okay, thank you.